any sort of beauty work, any beauty story, you'd kind of start off with clean skin. Then you'd add elements to it, but I've just obviously gone a little bit stronger on the eyes, and I want to go quite vivid blue on the lashes, and then we'll go for it on your lips as well, I think. So it's already lovely, goldy. So if you keep your eyes closed for me. Want that to kind of merge into that sort of colour, so I'm just working it onto the temples a little bit, and then just work it into those areas there, a little bit of that gold. It's really getting the angles of the face as well, so if it was being shot from the side, or if you're having it shot sort of front on as well, and then, you know, a shot of the lips as well. So what I'm going to do, just clip your beautiful hair back, Melissa. And then I think for you, we're going to go for a nice sort of clean beauty editorial look for you. Working a little bit of colour in as well, okay. I'm going to pop back. I like just to freshen up the skin. Work in a little bit of spritz. Have you got any makeup on at the moment?
No, I've got nothing on my skin.
Beautiful skin.
Thank you. It smells lovely.
It's really fresh. Because it's all about the skin, I will start with a nice massage for you, but before I do that, just while this soaks in, we'll go in with a little bit of lip balm as well. This is quite a natural. I just love that just to soak in for you. And then prior to doing that, actually, just want to go back in and wipe over your eyes. This is quite nice and calming and relaxing. Gets any residue off the lids. Brows as well. I'm going to grab a brush. Now, rather than going in with oil, because I don't want it to look too shiny, certainly for photographs, I'm just going to layer some of that moisturiser on. Then I'll do a lovely massage. Just add a little bit more. This one's already gentle. A little bit on the nose. And then I'll take the excess I have on the hands hold quite a lot of tension in the forehead. I'm just going to work around the temple, this side. And then the same side for you. And then I like to work on the brows. Just going to add a little bit more. In fact, that's soaked in really well, so I'm going to take the tiniest amount of oil, not too much. And if there is any excess, then what I tend to do is just go back and wipe off any of the excess. It's quite nice just to have a little bit more slip there. This is lovely, it's got a little bit of lavender in there. Just a little bit up on the nose area. This is quite a good stress relieving area here. Just going to go a little bit down to your neck. And just going to go over. Because I just want to take down any excess oil. Most of that's actually soaked in well. It's just mainly around areas, certainly for editorial work, where we don't want it too shiny. Just the tiniest bit of this just to take off. feel okay?
Yeah.
It's quite soothing, isn't it? Although it sounds a little bit rougher than it is.
It
It's
smells
nice and
lovely as
soothing.
well.
Just a nice way of taking down the oil. And then I do like to just wipe over my own hands as well. So I'm just going to start with the brow area. Just wipe down. Let's go in. Got beautiful brows, lovely shape. So I really want it all to be about the skin, and then we'll go for a little bit of a pop of colour for you on your eyes, and I think your lips as well. Go in with the eye base. This one's quite a clear one. We'll check. We've got nothing on the lid. Lovely. Why that eye primer is just drying off, because that will just set in place for me. I'm just going to go for a little bit of concealer. I'll match you up so we know what colour, and then might go for quite a lightweight base, but I'll use a bit of concealer in key areas for you, so you've got a little bit. Just grab a smaller brush. I know you've got lovely soft lighting in here, so just want to make sure. I think it might either be a mix actually of the lighter. Yeah, lovely. I'll go for that one there. It's a good colour. Perfect. So we'll just buff just a small amount, just on the forehead, but I really want the skin to come through. So just go for a little bit forehead of that colour, and then we'll go in with a nice vivid eye for you. I do feel when I saw your photograph, I was like, I've got to try pink. I've got to go pink, something pink, and I might mix another colour with that. So you can always go in. I'm just using a cream. This is a cream blusher actually, but I just like to go in and map out the eye to start with. Lovely. Then this just gives me a little bit of shape there, just in the contour, the crease area. Just got a little bit of a silhouette going on there. And I can just add a little bit more of that. an eyeshadow. And then taking a pencil, and I like to go in with a bit of a firmer brush for this. Go in with a smaller one. I like to just go in and line up the eyes and then work it up. Being quite generous along that lash line, going quite thick. And then you can take a brush, just work that. And then you can extend it a little bit. You can always go with your finger as well if you feel that you want to soften that out. The thing is with beauty work, it's just trying to get the detail, because the camera picks up everything. It's got a little bit thicker there. And in between the lash line. So lovely. If you open for me, it's pretty. And look straight at it. And you can always, I mean, if we're really going for it, I could extend that a little bit more. Just make sure that you're even both sides. Perfect. Great. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush now. I'm just going to mix. It's really lovely. Mix a slightly lighter one with it as well. And then exactly where I put that, just leaving this area nice and clear. Just going to go in with a little bit of gold there. These two. I always like to start with the eyes, and then I'll go in with a little bit more foundation to clean up. Same this side. Okay. And then with a clean bottom brush. Get the right size one. It's a little bit bigger than I want to go for, but it's just above that. Okay, just gonna lift it for me. That's great. Just gonna add just a touch more. See this side. Go up slightly here. Could always join it a little bit as well there. I want to add just a little bit more depth here. Between the lashes. Same this side. just mix a slightly darker colour there as well as the outer corner. Good. Lovely if you open your eyes. It's great. Perfect. Then just to clean up a little bit underneath. It's a new one. I think this will be a good colour. It's not coming out. There we go. I'm just going to mix just a little bit of this as well with the concealer. This is really lightweight, so just press down, fingers. This one's very similar actually to like a tinted formula. So just really natural, skin-like. To make sure, lovely.
It smells really nice.
Then I'll go in with a little bit of concealer, but I want to add just a little bit of that gold. I like just to go in with my fingers with this because of the type of pigment it is. So it's already lovely, goldy. So if you keep your eyes closed for me. Lovely. concealer. It's great if you look up for me, Melissa, brilliant. Perfect. And I like going in with just a flat brush. This one. Just work that in. Lovely. Brilliant. I just want to make sure that's even on both sides. Brilliant. Can always just go in and just extend a little bit that way. Perfect. Lovely. So let's go in with a bit of skin now. I've got a little bit of iridescent here, so if it's been photographed, then that picks up. So let's go in just a little bit of highlight, just into key areas. And I love sort of for beauty shots, a little bit here. I always like to mix in a little bit of either the foundation or a little bit of the concealer. So, sheen. Same this side. And I tend to prefer sort of on the nose, you get a little bit of a natural shine, so I'll take a little bit of this down. Certainly for camera work, it really magnifies it, so I'll powder that. But I'll put a little bit of highlight just in that area of the nose. So it's really all about sort of layering, so I go back in with a bit of concealer. Just add a little bit of that over the top. If there's any areas here, just add top there. So it's really about keeping it really clean. Okay, perfect. I just also just want to go in a little bit more of your brows actually, because I definitely don't want to go in and with any colour. I just want to keep them really fresh, but I just want to brush them up a bit more. So, and then same this side. Just getting a little bit of the hair there. Side as well. Perfect. And then let's go for a little bit of something just underneath as well, because I think just to bring that look together, I really feel like going for a coloured mascara for you. Maybe a little bit of blue, maybe. really close underneath your lash. Just working that along. Brilliant. You can mesh your eye. Lovely. Same this side. Just want to take a little bit more corner. A little bit more angled. Just making sure that's symmetrical. Because again, it's almost like with it being photographed or filmed, it just will magnify any unbalance of it. So I just feel that I want to just work that a little bit here. Same this side. Good. Just getting the balance right, and then I'm going back in with a pencil, just getting that correct. A little bit higher this side. And I'll just keep rounding. Yeah, I feel like going in, I think for any sort of beauty work, any beauty story, you'd kind of start off with clean skin. Then you'd add elements to it, but I've just obviously gone a little bit stronger on the eyes, and I want to go quite vivid blue on the lashes, and then we'll go for it on your lips as well, I think. Why not? Are you comfortable there?
Yeah. I think a great time.
So I'm just going to go in with this lovely electric blue. Do you love that sort of combination? A little bit blue, pink, and like the purples, isn't it, as well? So it was good. If you look down for me, and don't worry if you need to blink, just go ahead and blink if you need to. Now, normally I would go in and curl lashes, but yours are lovely, really curly. Brilliant. Just do this side, so again, don't worry if you do need to blink. Because I want that blue to kind of pop a little bit more. I'll just go in with a bit extra blue. So I want to get this on the bottoms as well for you. Your lashes. As well. Make sure I've got lovely. If you look down for me again. Perfect. Brilliant. Lovely. Do straight ahead for me. Just to get to the roots. A little bit there. Lovely. And then just taking a small brush. That mascara I've got there. If you look straight ahead for me, just taking a small amount on a brush. in with a bit of blush. I almost want that to kind of merge into that sort of colour. So I'm just working it onto the temples a little bit. So I can imagine if this is shot from the side, you're getting a really good shot there for beauty work. Same this side. Same that sort of side, a really beautiful angle. Just make sure that's even. Okay. Working that into the hairline. Brilliant. See a little hair there. And then I'll go back in once I've done your lips for you. I'm going to go back in and just kind of correct any areas. Not that you need to correct it, but just tweak a few areas. So let's go in with a bit of lip line. Just soften this out. Do your lips feel okay? Do they feel quite hydrated?
Yeah,
brilliant. Perfect. And then I'm just going to go with a slightly darker lip line. And if you open your mouth always like this, lovely. And then just soften that out. Just really have it so it's a bit more gradient. So when I add the lighter colour, perfect. And you can always go in with a brush as well. Do you like my fluffy bigger brushes? And then just to really soften that out. Great. And I'm going to go quite vivid for you. The lips. This has got a little bit of metallic as well in there. Oh wow. So I might in fact mix a little bit of gold over the top. Because if I was just doing like a shot for the lips, just a little bit of pop of that gold, I like to go for a slightly bigger brush actually for lips. So this will dry, it go wet to dry the lips. Brilliant. If you brush your lips together for me, perfect. Just nice to get that metallic. So I'm just going to go in with a slightly smaller brush, and then I'm just going to go into any key areas now. Just buff that out. So the skin really, really flawless. Okay, I'm just going to check it from the other side as well. That's great. Brilliant. I'm just working in some powder. So again, I like just to be a little bit precise with the powder. So for photography, it's just about making sure these areas a little bit matte. Just to go in just with a touch of that gold. So if you open your mouth slightly for me, I'd want to just see just a little bit of that. And in fact, you could almost go with a smaller brush and then just work it into those areas there. A little bit of that gold. So I always like just to step back. Perfect. And then sometimes what I'll do is go in with extra blush around here, or I'd go in with maybe an extra bit of different colour liner, so that with a beauty story you start off somewhere and then you kind of gradually build up the look. Okay. I'm just going to get you a mirror. So it's really getting the angles of the face as well. So if it was being shot from the side, or if you're having it shot sort of front on as well, and then, you know, a shot of the lips as well. So yeah.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome.
Thank you.